Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ, Rhodes, your host. Open conversation today. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line is 724-438-4593. Dial those 10 digits to become part of today's show. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Coldwell Banker at Laurel Ridge Realty, Gary's Auto Sales, K2 Engineering, and Hicks and Baugh's Drug Store. Well, other than it being an absolutely gorgeous, we thought yesterday was beautiful, wasn't it? I think today topped it. We're at 72 degrees out there, blue skies, sun's out. Mother Nature's really teasing us right now because I'm positive she's going to hit us with some cold weather again. Before everything's all said and done. But, oh well. Let's see here. Sleepy Hollow, New York. The name might sound familiar. The legend of Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman, and all that kind of stuff. It actually exists. It's about 20 miles north of New York City. Well, it suffered a 2.3 earthquake earlier today, 2.3 on the Richter scale. It was felt down in New York City a bit. No damage done, but I just thought it was kind of, we're used to hearing about earthquakes out west. And yes, I know we had one like about 10, 15 years ago or something. But yeah, it's you usually hear about them out west. All righty, let's see here. Let's talk about the World Baseball Classic. So the U.S. advances to the quarterfinals after defeating Mexico 5-3 yesterday. Our very own Pittsburgh Pirate Paul Skeens started the game, pitched 4 innings, reached his 60-pitch max. It's considered spring training for them, so they're watching pitch counts. But he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, had 7 strikeouts, is credited with the win for the game. He faced 14 batters. Of the 60 pitches he threw, 39 were strikes. So good for Paul Skeens, good for the U.S. on that. Let's see what else here. This is interesting. So I hate saying everybody's heard because there's no guarantee of that actually being the case. So most of you, a good portion of you, like 99.9%, have heard of artificial intelligence. Well, Imperial College London is working on an AI-powered T-shirt that is going to have about 50 heart monitoring electrodes embedded in the material. And yes, you are going to be able to wash this T-shirt. But it's being designed to detect inherited heart rhythm disorders that typically remain hidden until they surface with sometimes deadly consequences. So I just thought that was kind of, so what it's looking for is abnormal heart patterns that, they may come and just for a brief moment in time, it happens and then your heart gets back into normal rhythm. You may or may not notice it even, but it can have deadly consequences. So this last summer, I was up in Erie. My family was there. We had some, our daughters were running a half marathon. And towards the end of that race, unfortunately, a young woman collapsed and she passed away. I never heard what the final reason was, but there is a thing called long QT. And it has to do with the rhythm of your heart. Well, this surfaced, and it caused her heart to stop beating right in the middle of the race. And so this type of T-shirt, because you wear it for, it's different than the heart monitors that, a doctor may take you home for a 12-hour look. You're wearing this for 24 hours straight, 48 hours, or for longer periods of time minus washings. And so this might be a way to help curtail serious problems. So I hope it works. ExxonMobil, the gas company, is currently registered as their home state of New Jersey. They have gotten tired of lawsuits brought on by the state of New Jersey over shareholder and climate-related reasons. So they're pulling up stakes, and they're moving to Texas. They're going to re-register their corporate identity in the state of Texas. So New Jersey, another blue state suffering from over-regulation. Okay. With the conflict going on in Iran, something a little more humanitarian, I guess, the Iranian women's soccer team was in Australia for the Women's Asia Cup when hostilities broke out. Since then, during that, their first game, their opening game, the women did not sing their national anthem. So reports are that, and they were doing this as a way of protest. Reports are then that they were threatened, and their families were threatened if they did not sing in subsequent games, which they did. There was thoughts that maybe once returning to Iran, there might be punishments involved. Well, based off of that, 7 have sought and have been granted humanitarian visas by Australia, so they have stayed home along with a coach. The balance have taken off and are on their way back to on their way back home to Iran with who knows what's in store for them there. Oil prices have started coming back down now. So it was in the $110 plus range just the other day. It's now selling down in the $90. So that pricing has come down. We should start seeing those prices at the pumps come back down as well. So that's pretty much everything on my list. If there's anything else that you want to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz. I'd love to hear from you. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
That's you. Hello.
Let me see that barn by the Japanese.
All righty, so we'll just skip right over that call and let you know that both lines are now open. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. I started this yesterday asking this question with this gorgeous weather that we had over the weekend, and it's continuing yesterday and today. Is are you itching to get outside and do one of your favorite activities that you've had to put on the shelf because of winter? You're back outside, whatever it may be, back on the softball field, bike riding, gardening. If you have a classic car, taking that for a spin now that the roads are kind of hopefully free of salt and other stuff that you don't want on your car? What is it you're looking forward to getting back out there and doing now that we've been teased anyway with great weather? So it could be boating, bike riding, jogging, hiking. I mentioned gardening, whether it's a vegetable garden or flowers and other plants. So what is it you're really itching to do and get back out there, to get rid of the winter doldrums, so to speak? Okay, what else can we chat? Well, the sky's the limit, really, as to what you want to chat about. And I'm open for suggestions from you, but you're going to have to give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Hey, tonight, by the way, here on WMBS, NHL hockey, the Penguins visit the Hurricanes down in North Carolina, the Carolina Hurricanes. Game time, puck drops at 7 o'clock. So stay tuned all day long. Don't change the dial. That way you won't miss the Penguin game. But if you do have to take a break, the game starts at 7 o'clock, and you'll be able to find it right here on WMBS. Okay. There was something else I wanted to bring up, and now, you know what? I remember what it was. If you're planning on flying anytime soon, the TSA suggests that you get to the airport, about 4 hours early prior to your flight. The reason being is, they haven't been paid for a while. Congress is not passing a bill that will get them paid. And, of course, Republicans are blaming Democrats. Democrats are blaming Republicans on all of this. But the short of it is TSA agents have not been paid for quite a while. And so, as one might expect, they're not always showing up for work. If you're not going to pay me, I'm not going to go to work. So it is causing long lines at the airport. So they're now recommending getting there 4 hours early. So now, you know what? I think that's probably at the major airports, though. If you were to head on up to Latrobe, I got a feeling things go a little quicker up there. I might be wrong. on that, but I just have that feel. You know what? I don't fly very much anyway. I honestly, right now, I'd be hard-pressed to remember the last time I flew. Having said that, I have never flown out of Latrobe. Never. I understand it's a nice little experience. It's free parking. The TSA lines are short. So I understand it's if you've flown out of there, what do you think? Is it worth going to Latrobe as opposed to Greater Pitt? I don't know. For the free parking, just right there is reason enough to go. So yeah, I know the Greater Pitt. It's not cheap to keep your car there. So, all right, but there's a question for you. So both lines are open, 724-438-4593. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, I want to see both those lines filled up, and you and I will start chatting right after this.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
It's Dominic Carbone with Jessica Caringla with your 7-time President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. Truck Month is on the horizon, and we're kicking this thing off with a bang. Running all the way to the end of March, and we're talking massive savings.
How massive?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Take up to $8,000 off select F-150s or $6,000 off with interest rates at 2.9 for 60 months, 3.9 for 72, and only 4.9 for 84 months.
And that's not all. We got deals on Super Duties, Mavericks, and Rangers. Just stop, click, or call for details. Here at Ford of Uniontown, our commitment is to make sure you have the best experience, not only buying a vehicle, but getting it serviced as well. That's why we offer online maintenance appointments and free pickup and delivery.
Your truck knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes taxes and transfer fees, must finance with Ford credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Mountaintop Title and Notary can handle all of your motor vehicle and PennDOT needs, such as titles, plates, renewal, registrations, and all notary needs. Tina Nicholson of Mountaintop Title and Notary can also handle ATV and boat titles and also does income taxes. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4:30, and appointments can be made for after hours and Saturdays. Mountaintop Title and Notary with a new location at 655 Nelson Road in Farmington, the only place you need to go for all title, notary, and tax work. Call Tina at 724-984-1514 for the most professional services around.
Tune in each Saturday morning from 6 to 7 a.m. right here on WMBS 590 AM and FM 101.1 for Garden Talk Radio. It's the Gardening with Joey and Holly radio show, topic-focused, guests from across the country, and answering your garden questions. Send your questions in now to gardentalkradio@gmail.com or call anytime to 1-800-927-SHOW. That's every Saturday morning from 6 to 7 a.m. right here on WMBS 590 AM and FM 101.1. Catch the replay Monday evenings from 6 to 7
Hello,
p.m.
I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
Top of the morning to you. St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and we've got something fun planned for a great cause. Join us for Kidneys and Killarney, a Ron Berry remote extravaganza happening St. Patrick's Day from 3 to 5 p.m. at Uniontown Story Square. Ron Berry, the host of WMBS's Tuesday afternoon Lighter Side show, will be broadcasting live alongside WMBS's own Josh Krysak and Haley Bill. And you're invited to stop by, say hello, and help support those suffering from kidney disease. You'll have the chance to make donations and also have an Irish treat or two to get into the St. Patrick's Day spirit. So come on down, say top of the afternoon, make a donation to this important cause, and celebrate St. Patrick's Day with us at Story Square in Uniontown, March 17th from 3 to 5 p.m. Kidneys and Killarney, a Ron Berry remote extravaganza, made possible by Bittersweet Cafe of Farmington.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It's open conversation, 724-438-4593. And I'm Russ Rhodes. I'm your host. So looking forward to chatting with you on pretty much any subject. So it's up to you. You guys kind of, you steer the show, really. I just give you suggestions, and you take it from there. So I am looking forward to hearing from you. What do you think about AI? In particular right now, the AI T-shirt. But in general, just AI. I mean, is it something that you're embracing? Is it something you're still a little leery about? Robots are going to take over the world, that type of thing. What's your feelings on AI? I think myself, AI can be a great tool. And I've seen it in operation. I've seen people, on their computers, on their phones, they just ask AI a quick question, or they ask AI to do this or do that, and it's almost immediate. I don't think it can get any faster on its responses of what you've asked it to do than what it's already doing. Should it be regulated? Well, I don't know. Define that. define what the regulation would be, I guess. And how do you regulate it? Is it the type of thing where you see how it goes and then react and come up with some, boundaries? Or do you just start setting them up, period? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. There is that fear, and I mentioned it, that AI robots will take over the world, and we as humans will lose control. That AI will become aware of itself and somehow become a life form. It's almost like Star Trek coming to life. How do you regulate that? What is it we need to regulate? What is it we need to be on the lookout for? This industry, AI, I will argue is still in its infancy. I know it's something that's been worked on for years, but it's only in the past few that it's starting to come to fruition. So I think we as humans, we're still learning how to enhance AI. How do we get it to do more? Do we want it to do more? If we do more, do we stop at a certain point? So it's a whole new frontier. And what are your thoughts on AI? So again, I think it can be an invaluable tool. It's one of those things, in the right hands, it's a great idea. But in the wrong hands, but we don't always know the right hands and the wrong hands, do we? So, your thoughts on AI? Give me a buzz on that. Okay, I'm also going to come back here to ExxonMobil announcing that, well, they're not leaving yet. Their board is recommending to the shareholders that this move take place, that this relocation take place. So shareholders, if you own stock in ExxonMobil, you're going to have a chance to let your voice known. But that's the intent anyway of the board of directors for ExxonMobil to head out west and south to Texas. A lot of companies have left blue states, California in particular, and have left and gone to Texas. Others have left and gone to Florida. A lot of New York companies have left and gone to, and it's because of taxes, and it's because of over-regulations. People are leaving those states, not so much because of over-regulations, but because of taxes. They're trying to escape. And that's all great for them. I mean, it's a great thing about this country. You can go where you want to go. I guess one of the questions, are they taking their politics with them? And will they change the politics in their new state, where that state will eventually become what they left? Little bit of a conundrum there, isn't it?
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
How you doing?
Good. How are you today, Pete?
All right. I
Good.
just called. I heard you. I was listening, and I heard you talking about AI.
Yeah.
I don't know much about AI except what I've been watching over television a lot.
Sure.
What they're concerned about is between 40 and 50% of the people getting laid off from AI, and most of them, the way I understand it, is in white collar. But what would happen to this country if we had that happen? Because in the Depression, there was only 25% of the people lost their jobs.
Uh-huh.
And look what that happened, what catastrophic thing that was,
Right.
And a robot don't buy nothing.
True. Yeah.
So why don't they regulate it? And President Trump, he was against AI when he ran. He said he was going to regulate it. Now, the way he's talking is he's for AI and he's not going to regulate it. So something got to be done. All the experts are saying it needs to be regulated. So anyway.
But how do you
I don't know.
regulate it? How do you regulate it, though, Pete?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the question that I've asked, too.
Yeah, experts should know, but I don't know. And if it is as dangerous as they're saying it is, it's like you said, it could be great, could be good.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens if it ain't? And we have a history of doing a lot of hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and but let's be a little more specific. I don't want to say, I hope when you say we've done a lot of hate, I hope you mean the human race. And,
right.
And you're not pinpointing just the United States.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
I'm just saying we made a lot of mistakes. Smart people, they make good things, but they also make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Yep.
And just like you said about robots taking over, well, the way I understand it, 50% of the cars are made by robots now in the plants. 50%. Just think what would happen if them 50% robots wasn't working and it was humans working there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We'd have a lot better economy. Robot don't buy anything. I don't understand what they're trying to do.
Well,
I do.
So let me bring this up, though. If you didn't have the robots in the car manufacturing plants, and you have twice as many humans working, the price of that car now skyrockets.
Well, I don't think necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't think necessarily that would happen. I mean, I don't know how they would regulate that, but again, like I say, a robot don't buy anything.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the idea of it? Is it to save rich men that make cars more money, or is it to save us? But look at what cars cost. I mean, how I don't know how they can. I heard 60% of the people are forced out of the new car market. Did you know that? I heard that. I don't know whether it's true or not.
Well, there's
television.
Yeah, I have not heard that specific figure. I do know that the average price of a new car has climbed. Now, I will also add this to it. The Trump administration has canceled a lot of regulations when it comes to cars that should be bringing the cost back down. So in other words, you've heard these hybrid engines cars,
right?
Where you come up to a stop sign and the engine stops.
Yeah.
And then it starts back up when you hit the gas pedal. Okay, that was mandated to go into effect by previous administrations. So the cost, the technology, the engineering to go into that raised the price of that car.
Yeah.
Studies have found that that's not saving anything. It's not saving on gas. It's not doing anything better for the environment. So the Trump administration has taken that away. So,
all right,
manufacturers no longer have to design that into their cars now. They can get rid of it. It should bring the cost of price of a car down.
Well, and that's a good thing.
Yes.
So we've seen that the regulation there didn't work, so we pay Congress to fix these things. So They seen it didn't work, so they fixed it so it didn't. But you talk about regulations. I was in coal mining for 30 years.
Yep.
And I'll tell you one thing: if they didn't have regulations, this would look like a moon around here.
Oh no!
One time there was 50. Huh? Go ahead.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. No, there are times when regulation is absolutely good.
Right.
But there's also times when it's overdone.
Right.
You know,
I grew up in a time.
Yeah.
I grew up in a time when the Monongahela River was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Lots of times it was orange.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for a big coal company that pumped coal and water right out into the river.
Yeah.
And big pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff stopped. And I believe in clean air and clean water.
Sure.
I believe in taking care of the environment. So regulations is good, but also, like you said, it could be bad. But that's why we pay these people down in D.C. to fix what's bad. But they don't seem to do it. It's all about politics.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, anyway, thanks. I don't know much about AI, but thanks for letting me have a say.
Okay, Pete. Appreciate the phone
Thank
call. You have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. So if I understood Pete correctly, he's got a bigger concern about the downsides of AI than he does of the upsides. Okay, is AI going to take away jobs? Probably. How much? I have no clue. Will it also create jobs? Probably. In what form and how many? I don't know. So there's a lot of unanswered questions all around when it comes to the AI industry. And Pete and I both talked this. How do you regulate it? I don't know. He says that's what the experts are for. Well, okay, I understand that, but the experts are going to come to the table with their own agenda as well. And as long as you're not relying, and when I say as long as you're not, I'm referring to the lawmakers, the legislatures, the ones that could or would or may regulate, as long as they don't listen to one or two so-called experts and listen to many so that you can hopefully get all sides of the argument, as opposed to, oh yeah, there's no problem, it's all good, and leaving out the bad, or vice versa. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, this is Mike from Fairchance.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, I don't know much about AI, but I'll tell you one thing. The greatest invention since sliced bread has been Google. It's like walking around with Encyclopedia Britannica with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm 71 years old. I forget who was the lead singer of the Guess Who. I forget how many inches of snow we had in 1973. The only thing I got to do is talk to my phone, and it'll tell me in 30 seconds.
Well, okay, I'm going to get in trouble for this one. And not just from my wife, but I'm sure from others around the listening world, too. There's the joke going around, I don't need Google, I have my wife.
Oh, yeah, my buddy has a T-shirt that says that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if that's part of AI, I'm all for it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's considered AI or not, though. I mean, that was just... Google came around before we really started hearing about artificial intelligence. I think it was just a program that would look for certain words, when you pose those questions. But
I guess so. But I mean, like even them little Echo tires or whatever you say, you ask Alexis or Siri.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's all. I guess that's kind of a form of AI. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Now, the only thing I heard, and my daughters told me this, you got to be careful because a lot of students can use it to, like, do a paper for your, instead of you researching to do a paper, you know.
Yeah.
And that's not, of course, that's not what you want.
No. I know professors, there are actually programs that professors use to uncover plagiarism. So when you write a paper, you hand it in, your teacher feeds that into his computer, to this program. The program reads it and analyzes it and comes back and say, yeah, the probability of plagiarism is X amount of percentage, and will then come back and pull out certain lines throughout that essay to let you know where they came up with that figure.
Well, some things then haven't changed, because I can remember in high school, if I had to do a book report on Christopher Columbus, I would just go to the World Book Encyclopedia at the library, and I'd copy it down word for word, and I'd get an F because I didn't use any of my own imagination or any of my own thoughts.
Yeah.
So maybe they were ahead of the times back then.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, Russ, have a good day, man.
Okay, Mike, you too. Thanks for the call. All right, got to take another quick little break. When we come back, well, more open conversation, 724-438-4593. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you more after this.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks? When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 20% and get financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We've been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
If you're in the market for a power lift recliner for someone with special needs, or just a power recliner for the convenience, Chesler's Fine Furniture is your headquarters with the biggest stock and biggest selection, all available for immediate delivery. Select from Lazy Boy, Catnapper, and Mega Motion in a variety of sizes, styles, and features. Some have heat and massage and power headrests, or select a total lay flat model with feet elevated. Chesler's has fabrics in a variety of textures and colors. There is surely one to fit your needs. And remember, the team at Chesler's services all recliners purchased from their showroom. Power lift recliners start at $7.99, and regular power recliners start at just $6.59. Credit terms, layaway, and delivery are available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is Open Conversation today. 724-438-4593. That's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. So give me a buzz. We've got about 3.5 minutes left in today's show. Plenty of time to have a conversation. What do you think, huh? All right. What else do you want to chat about here? Sleepy Hollow, New York. I'm just trying to wonder. Well, you know what? We'll bring this up after this phone call. Hello. Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ. This is Mark.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah, people were talking about AI and the loss of jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time at Fayette County, there was over 50 coal mines in Fayette County.
Wow, that many? I knew it was a big coal mining region. I didn't know that much.
Yeah. There was over 50.
Did that include strip mines as well?
No, they were all little underground coal mines.
Okay,
That's what they were.
Okay.
And I tell you, there's no continuous miners either. You drilled holes, you put dynamite in the face, shot the face out, and then you shoveled up the coal and throwed it in the wagon. That there was timbermen and trackmen, and it was labor intensive back then.
Okay.
But when the continuous miners came in with the equipment, it knocked a lot of jobs out. John L. Lewis traded that for health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did.
Traded what?
He traded all our labor intensive jobs. He says, "Yeah, you come on, bring in the continuous miners, mechanize the mines, and increase productivity, lowered labor costs." And said, "Okay, now we got health insurance." That's how we got the UMW's got health insurance.
Okay.
There was a profit margin there, and there's a profit margin in everything.
Mm-hmm.
What they're saying about these AI, they said I was watching a little program. The effect of Thomas says his light bulb allows us to do a lot more work because there's a lot more daylight we can work in now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it says over the next 20 years, AI is going to have as much effect on us as Thomas Edison's light bulb.
Okay.
That's how much. And AI and our computers. I love Wikipedia. Yeah, I had the Guess Who's greatest hits album. I think I got his name was Bachman. Remember Bachman Turner Overdrive?
Sure.
I mean.
Yeah.
I think Bachman was the lead singer of the Guess Who.
What was Burton Cummings? Who was he? Guess Who?
Yeah, that's his name. You're right, Burton Cummings.
Okay.
I think that's his name.
Yeah.
I think he was the lead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he was, I guess, it was part of that Bachman Turner Overdrive thing back in the early 70s. I believe he was the lead singer of the Guess Who. Yeah, I liked it too. Fact is, last night I was watching some nice old programs on television. Sandra Dee, the great Shirley Temple of the late 1950s. I watched the movie Gidget,
okay,
which had a lot of great old actors in it, like Cliff Robertson as the big kahuna.
Okay.
The beach bum who played John F. Kennedy in PT 109.
Right.
And
Yep.
what was it? The Darren, the guy he's an actor, just died recently. He played Moondoggy,
Right.
and
hey, Mark, guess what? I'm out of time.
right. Okay.
Got to go to the news.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Mark. Have a great one.
All right, to the caller that dropped off, I hope you call back next hour. Meanwhile, CBS News is next. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper in Beirut. An explosion rocks the southern suburbs following an Israeli strike, this on the 11th day of the war with Iran. As CBS's Charlie Daggett reports,
the United States, according to the U.S. military, they have been able to suppress the launches, not just what's coming in here, but where they're coming from. Again, now down by 90%, the Pentagon says, but Iran continues to attack and shows no appetite in stopping those attacks.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says today will be the most intense day of strikes on Iran to date. Some Democratic lawmakers are raising questions about the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran and want more transparency.
Democratic Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal says he's been speaking with constituents and
Americans don't want this war.
He says this is a war of choice by one man, not the American people who worry about the economy.
The costs of oil and gasoline are going to continue to skyrocket.
Democratic Arizona Senator Mark Kelly is thinking about the cost.
I've also seen the first 2 days was about $5 billion just in munitions.
Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
Someone fired shots at the U.S. consulate in Toronto. No suspects in custody. Toronto Deputy Police Chief Frank Barreto.
There were people inside the building. However, this building is highly secure, highly fortified, and there were no injuries.
Baltimore police say an officer and a suspect have been shot in an active shooter incident. Police say that the officer was taken to the University of Maryland Shock Trauma Unit. No other details. Georgia voters head to the polls for a special election to choose a successor in Congress to Marjorie Taylor Greene. She resigned in January after a falling out with President Trump. CBS's Skylar Henry says there are 17 candidates.
12 Republicans, 3 Democrats, a Libertarian, and an Independent are all in this race. President Trump threw his support behind District Attorney Clay Fuller, who describes himself as a MAGA warrior and also an America First patriot.
The New York Police Department has arrested a person of interest after 2 men were shoved onto subway tracks Sunday.
First, John Rodriguez was pushed onto the tracks at the Lexington Avenue and 63rd Street station on Manhattan's Upper East Side. He says he felt really scared and disoriented. Moments later, 83-year-old Air Force veteran Richard Williams was shoved onto the same tracks. Williams' granddaughter, Samantha Loria, says he's on life support with a brain bleed.
The hardest part is that I'm not going to be able to hug him again.
There have been 9 subway pushing incidents in New York City this year, compared to 19 all of last year. Michael Wallace, CBS News, New York.
Stocks are up on Wall Street. The Dow has jumped 374 points. Oil is down 15%. This is CBS News.
I want to know what's going on in the world. I'm Tony. There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers. How are you? I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200. Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
The planet's increasing temperatures are making everyday activities unsafe.
A university study looks into how Earth's warming climate is extending periods when extreme heat makes it unsafe to go about daily life.
Everyday people doing everyday life things, walking, cleaning, sweeping the floor, and see how heat over the last 70 years has affected the ability to do those things.
Arizona State University researcher Jennifer Vanos says older adults in particular face increased exposure to severe livability limitations.
600 hours per year to 900 hours per year under extreme heat.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News, Prescott, Arizona.
The 1,300-pound NASA Van Allen Probe A is set to re-enter Earth's atmosphere tonight, nearly 14 years after it was launched. Most of the probe is expected to burn up as it re-enters the atmosphere. There is a 1 in 4,200 chance of anyone on Earth being harmed. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon, 205, mostly sunny and 76 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, Fayette County's personal injury attorneys since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather will follow the news. A Smock man is accused of abusing his 5-year-old daughter on multiple occasions. 33-year-old Dylan Most has been charged with aggravated assault of a child under 6, simple assault, and harassment. Police began investigating after a July report about possible abuse at a home on Reppert Boulevard in North Union Township. The child reportedly told an investigator that her father hits me a lot because I'm bad after a red mark was seen on her face. Doctors later found additional bruising, and Fayette County Children and Youth Services temporarily removed 3 children from the home during the investigation. Authorities said the child later indicated her parents told her not to talk about the bruising, and a letter from CYS determined abuse had occurred. Charges were authorized by District Attorney Mike Auble in November. No bond or preliminary hearing date has been set so far. Residents in portions of Washington County are currently without water. This comes after a large water main break on Park Avenue in North Franklin Township. Pennsylvania American Water says more than 700 customers are without water, which has caused school closures and some businesses to close. Repairs are expected to be completed by 3 this afternoon. Health officials say no measles cases have been reported in Fayette, Greene, or Washington counties, but they are urging residents to get vaccinated as cases rise across the country. Pennsylvania had 12 confirmed cases among residents and 2 among visitors, and none of the infected individuals were vaccinated. Officials emphasize that the MMR vaccine is about 97% effective after 2 doses and helps prevent outbreaks. They also note measles is highly contagious and can spread quickly among unvaccinated people. Airport security wait times are creating headaches for many travelers as the partial government shutdown has left most of the Department of Homeland Security without funding since mid-February. Here's a report from Mark Mayfield.
The Transportation Security Administration, under the DHS umbrella, is warning passengers of increased wait times. Hobby Airport in Houston on Sunday told passengers to arrive up to 5 hours before flights, noting that the security line could be longer than 3 hours. It was a similar story in Atlanta and New Orleans, where officials were telling travelers to show up at least 3 hours early. The lack of pay has created a lack of TSA workers at checkpoints. I'm Mark Mayfield.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, the Penguins, they'll start a 5-game road trip tonight as they will visit the Carolina Hurricanes. We'll have the game on WMBS starting at 7. Off day for the Pirates. They'll be back in action in Sarasota tomorrow as they'll take on the Baltimore Orioles at 1:05. The Pirates are 12-5 thus far in exhibition play.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This Weather Watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Mostly sunny, 78 for this afternoon. Mostly cloudy tonight, showers late, 62. Showers and storms tomorrow. Some storms could be severe, 75 the high tomorrow. Right now, mostly sunny and 76 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Tuesday. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, it's hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlow Tavern and Grill.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, a part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors, where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items, including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We do have open conversation going this hour. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line is the number you need to call into to be part of today's show. That number, 724-438-4593. Currently, both lines are free, so start calling. What's on Your Mind brought to you by Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Gary's Auto Sales, K2 Engineering, and AR Roofing and Remodeling. All right, just to kind of recap my suggested topics. Again, these are just mine. If there's something else you want to talk about, by all means, give me a call. We'll chat about that as well. ExxonMobil has announced its intention. The board is going to suggest the shareholders approve a move from New Jersey to Texas. It's because of, business climate. ExxonMobil has been subjected to shareholder-related legal battles and climate-related legal battles and high taxes in New Jersey, and so they're wanting to go to Texas. Sleepy Hollow, New York, about 20 miles of New York City, and, the home of the great legend of Sleepy Hollow, suffered a 2.3 earthquake earlier today. It was felt briefly a little bit down in the big city. Imperial College London is working on developing an AI-powered T-shirt that is being designed to detect inherited heart rhythm disorders that remain hidden until it's too late. So, pretty neat little gadget they're coming up with. Paul Skeens pitched 4 innings of 1 hit, 1 walk, 7 strikeout baseball for the USA team in the World Baseball Classic last night as the U.S. beat Mexico 5-3 and advanced to the quarterfinals. Most of Iranian women's soccer team is on their way home from the Women's Asia Cup in Australia. 7 plus a coach or manager, some have been granted humanitarian visas by the Australian government, and so they remain in Australia. Just wondering what is in store for those that are returning. Oil prices have dropped back into the $90 a barrel, so hopefully we'll start seeing some relief at the pumps here again. And Quinnipiac, they have a new poll out where 40% of Americans approve of President Trump's actions concerning Iran, 53% disapprove. Fox News also has a poll out where they've got it at 50-50 split, but is very partisan here. Republicans, 80% approve, only 20% of Democrats, and 40% of independents approve. So that's pretty much on my list. If there's something else you want to chat about, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, you enticed me to call back, so hopefully I'm making the right decision.
I hope so too. Hi, Regina.
Hey, I appreciate the coal miner, the first coal miner that called in.
Yeah.
He seemed to be very sincere, and I thank God for coal miners.
Yep.
Because, as we know, and I can't seem to get this through to some people, if we go back into regional greenhouse gas initiative, these coal prices, this affordable energy, low-cost affordable energy, is going to go up because Shapiro wants to bring it back. So I believe Stacey Garrity needs a chance. She seems a little quiet, but you know what? She brought all those things in about, unclaimed funds, and I shared with some business, like in the area about unclaimed funds that they didn't know about, because not everybody gets the newspaper at the same time.
Right.
Some people think it's a rag, and all this nonsense. But as far as the situation with the continuous miner, I have a little trouble accepting that, because I think that was an improvement. It probably helped drive the cost of coal down. How many people, in this day and age, I mean, you can do it, but I think they were trying to make an improvement in the coal mine. Now, I'm not there, but, digging by hand, being in that smoke and dust, some people don't want to do that, what that man was talking about. And if they might have had more health insurance problems with, people having health problems because of that not being automated. And that was a business, too. There's companies in the area. I think Fairmont Supply might be involved, Consol Coal involved with that continuous miner. So I'm trying to say that unless you're at the top making the decisions about how much it costs to keep people in health insurance, if you go to county meetings, it's always basically the health insurance is over the top. And are people are people really taking into account their own behavior affecting, or has it become so easy for people to just chalk up the bill to the township, the borough, the county, and so if you know what I'm saying, I hope I'm making a correlation. If I'm not, I'm sorry.
So I know. I think, Mark, I don't know when the continuous mining went into effect, when that really started, I don't know. But I think you're probably right. That helped bring down the cost. But I think, when you have improvements and advancements in any industry, I think you're going to have pluses and minuses. You're always going to have the feedback of, well, you're taking away jobs. Okay, but on the other hand, it might be bringing the cost down of the end product. Might be bringing the cost down for the company to the point that, they can now start affording to offer their employees health insurance type of thing. So I think there's a lot of trade-offs always when it comes to business and improvements and,
right. And remember Obamacare,
yes.
If you had 50 or more employees, you were forced to buy products in health insurance that weren't even things that the people of the company wanted. How many people, I hope people are paying attention. I miss Rob calling in. I don't know if he got exempt or what, but maybe he can call in one of these days if you guys are still listening to him. I want to bring something up that might be of interest, a little bit lighter here. Save America Act, number 1, it went through the House. Congressman Thompson voted for it. That's the one where you have to be, prove you're a citizen. Okay, well, that's at this point. And then also, if it needs passed in the Senate, the U.S. Senate 202-224-3121, and it also says you have to be legal, okay? And all these battles that are going on with Keith Ellison, Attorney General, and Walz, you messed up our fraud investigation, Mr. Trump bringing in all this baloney. It was messed up before. Another station, they brought up a lady that lived there, and she said there wasn't even a treasurer, so don't tell me it was messed up, okay, in Minnesota. So the Kids Online Safety Act, anybody listening to this, this is Marsha Blackburn, Senator. It's in the Senate. We need that passed. Kids Online Safety Act, product safety guidelines.
So
for
what's the Kids Online Act? Is
that's what I'm telling you.
Is it limiting the amount of time that they're on social media?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It makes it that it's like she's explained it, product safety guidelines. This virtual area is the only area that does not have virtual space that you cannot delete from the virtual space with the way it is now. So parents who, they'll say parental responsibility. Well, the parents can't even opt out of it. They cannot report bad acts about social media. So it's like a revolving door that they can't do anything about. And her act would say, okay, let's put it like as we have on every other industry. We'll make sure that there are guidelines for this industry, and parents can control opting out. And when they do, they can make a report that there's something wrong. I mean, you can, till you're blue in the face, it doesn't matter if nobody's going to enforce anything to change the behavior. And that's what this is, Kids Online Safety Act. It needs to go through the Senate, and then what I understand from Commerce Thompson that today it'll have to come back to the House. So I hope that was clear enough, because to me we're getting so many like floating balls riding around, and my big thing is like those poor soldiers over there. At any point, they could be trying to make a sandwich or something, and some missile comes and hits them. This last guy I was reading in the Leader Times, there were 6 of them. Of those 6 or 7 that died,
Mm-hmm.
he was doing goods and services for bringing food and like supplies, and he was hit. And, so I mean, it's like they're really in a vacuum of like vulnerability. And so I really think when you're there, that's where my heart is right now.
Okay.
If you know what I'm saying, because whether you agree with what's going on or not, it's going on. So may protection come to those that, need that protection in Jesus' name.
All right. Okay, Regina.
Hey, happy Lent. If there's something about Lentons happy, let's just try to remember. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Thanks again.
Thanks. Bye-bye, Regina.
Bye.
724-438-4593. Both lines are open. Give me a buzz. So I'm trying to think, and this is where you got to help me here now. So, the legend of Sleepy Hollow. I forget when it was written. I think back in the 1800s. I might be wrong on that, but anyway, Sleepy Hollow is a real town. So, are there any other stories that have lasted? Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It's been around. Comes up every Halloween, right? There are other towns that Hollywood has brought to the forefront that, maybe it was made up, but turns out to be true. The town. I don't know. I mean, okay, you had Gone with the Wind down in Atlanta. Okay, we know that's true. But are there? I can't think of anything offhand. And not that Sleepy Hollow was the centerpiece of the story, but it was prominent. And I'm just trying to think if there was, something else, some kind of other legend, like Legend of Sleepy Hollow, legend of this or legend of that is actually, the place is true. It was just used as the backdrop by the author to tell a story of some kind. So I guess is where I'm getting at here. So is there another town that was used as a backdrop for some tale, for some story that's been passed on through the years. So 724-438-4593. It is open conversation today. Give me a buzz. Both lines are open, so no waiting. And I'm going to take a quick little break, so that gives you time to dial those numbers, 724-438-4593. We'll chat some more right after this.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hartley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,944.
warm weather means you'll be spending more time outside. So enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customers guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Tune in to WMBS Saturday mornings at 8:20 for Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, certified financial planner, investment advisory representative, syndicated columnist, and author, as he addresses such income issues as planning for retirement, future health care expenses, avoiding financial pitfalls, and much more. That's Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, Saturday mornings at 8:20 right here on WMBS, or Gary Boatman welcomes your calls at 724-243-3075. That's 724-243-3075.
Unlock the energy at Live Casino Pittsburgh during the Spring ZDX giveaway. Play daily to earn entries toward our giveaway drawings on March 27th and 28th, where you could win a share of over $55,000 in prizes, or race away in a new 2026 Acura ZDX all-wheel drive EV. Get charged up for the Acura ZDX giveaway on March 27th and 28th, only at Live Casino Pittsburgh. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, you shop, you ask, you decide. And I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicks and Buzz Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. Hicks and Buzz also offers free prescription delivery, mail-out service for snowbirds, and dependable courteous service, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street, phone 724-437-2828. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday at Hicks and Buzz Drugstore of Uniontown.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It is open conversation. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yes, Russ.
Yeah, Franklin.
You were asking about the legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Well, not just that. It was just, are there other towns that were used as a backdrop for a story that, at the time you didn't necessarily know was a real town, but have come to know that it is?
Well, they're usually fictionalized unless it's a city like New York or something like that. Faulkner made up a county down in Mississippi. East Egg in F. Scott Fitzgerald's is, one of the harbors up there. I can't remember which one. But
so like I said, like you said, those are fictional. I'm asking for real towns.
Yeah. Well, offhand, I can't think of one.
Now, Mark did call back during the break, and he said Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
So, Amityville does exist. I know that. It's out
yes,
on Long
and that
Island.
house does exist. But, Rip Van Winkle was, written by the same author. And he was sort of an antiquarian. I'm trying to think of the author's name, the guy who wrote that stuff. But it all came out in a book that was sort of based on legends not only in the United States, but Great Britain.
Okay.
And he toured Britain and, believe it or not, met Robert Burns, the real Robert Burns.
Okay.
Who wrote, the Scottish legends, and those tended to be place-oriented.
Okay. Washington Irving wrote Rip Van Winkle.
Yes.
Okay.
And when he published them, he published under the name Geoffrey Crayon.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Notebook of Geoffrey Crayon that came out in 1819, and it's got Rip Van Winkle, the Spectre Bridegroom. It's one of my favorite books, actually. And for some reason, I can never remember his name. And also the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. They called those the Knickerbocker Tales.
Okay.
So he liked to write those stories about New York State. And then he went to... his hero was Robert Burns. He went to Scotland, and see, the Scottish stories are all based on German legends.
Mm-hmm.
And so he met him. And he also toured Stratford-on-Avon and wrote about things that were going on in Britain at the time. It's a book well worth reading.
Okay.
But I don't know why, you're interested in towns that produce legends. I'm trying to think. As I say, usually they're fictionalized.
Yeah. So, that's what I mean. It's just, so Sleepy Hollow, the story is fictional, but Sleepy Hollow exists. Is a real place.
Yes. Which, strangely enough, I wasn't aware that there was a real Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
But usually they change the names a little bit. But he was actually drawing from legends and stories, and he was very interested in the Dutch heritage of New York.
Okay.
He was the first American author who was really recognized overseas.
All right.
But as soon as I get off the phone with you, I'll probably think of something.
That's fine. That's always the case. Always the case.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Franklin, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Very good.
All righty. You have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, you still talking about legends or something like that, movies?
Sure.
I'm 61. I remember back in early high school, they came out with a movie called The Legend of Boggy Creek.
Okay.
It was supposed to be about some swamp down in Louisiana.
Okay, so
I don't know if anybody remembers it or saw it.
Yeah,
it was a B movie.
Yeah, so you're thinking Boggy Creek is a real place?
I'm sorry. It was. They didn't come straight out and say it, but they hinted at it.
Uh-huh.
They took apparently they took liberal fictional stuff and added to it.
Okay, so I'm just reading real quick. So it came out in 1972.
Yeah,
and
I was.
And the overview says a look at the, I don't know, FOUKE monster, the folk monster, a Bigfoot type creature that has been sighted in and around Folk, Arkansas since the 1950s.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay. Only reason I went, man, because all the victims were pretty voluptuous women. I was 10 years old. What do you want me to do, man?
All right.
You know?
Yeah. Yep. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. What's your name, sir? What's your name?
Richard Lindsay. Sandra is my aunt.
Okay.
So.
Okay, Richard.
I listen to y'all all the time, man. So I'll start calling him more, man.
All right. Well, I appreciate
unless
that.
You want to talk, unless you want to talk politics, I don't care.
Whatever you want to chat about. I've got no other callers online right now, so if there's something else you want to bring up, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to bitch about the potholes in this freaking small little town. I'm not from here, by the way.
Okay, watch your language, though, there, Richard.
That's all I did. Did I slip?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
But that's
it.
Yeah. So potholes. I think that's an American custom to complain about. Quite frankly, I don't think it's just southwestern Pennsylvania. I think it's every place.
Old tire man's been getting a couple bucks from me this winter.
Yeah, that and tow trucks as well.
Retired.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So. Yeah, I know. It's an American pastime.
Hey, I wish that was all I had to BIPCH about.
Okay. All righty. Okay, Richard.
All right.
Thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we got another call coming through here. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
What about Mayberry, or did you guys already talk about that one?
Mayberry. Doesn't Mayberry exist?
I don't know that. That's why I called.
That's right. Yeah. Well, yeah, but is there really a legend that goes along with that, though?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought we was. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I know what you mean. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Mayberry does exist because you always hear about the surrounding towns too, and when you're heading down the highway.
Mount Pilot.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, but thank you.
And they talk about going into Raleigh, so the state capital. So
right.
I'm pretty sure Mayberry does exist.
Does exist.
Yeah.
Answered my question.
Okay. Yeah. So
thank you, sir.
I'll double check on that though. So all righty. Hey,
all righty. Thank you.
Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Okay. So does Mayberry, North Carolina, exist? I think it does. We're gonna take a quick look here. See what comes up on the old walking encyclopedia. What's this say? Well, there's Mount Airy. Well, actually, you know what? Mayberry is fictional. So Mount Airy, North Carolina, is a city in Surry County known as the inspiration for the fictional town of Mayberry. So there we go on that one. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Okay, two things. The first thing is on that gentleman that just called about the potholes.
Yeah.
Well, I have a problem right out in front of my house with the curb that the gas company had to tear up and stuff, but they just put a soft amosite in now. They can't put the hard or the real stuff in until the end of March because that's when the asphalt plants open.
Okay.
So anything that's filled right now is going to come right out. But anyway, the other thing, I don't know if it's ever happened to you or not. If you bought a product or something at a store, grocery store, Walmart, wherever, and it was the wrong thing or maybe it spoiled way before the expiration date, if you had the slip and took it back within a reasonable time, mine is like 2 days, that they would replace it or refund your money.
Okay.
Well, that happened to me over the weekend. And I had purchased the product on Wednesday, took it back Sunday, along with my receipt. It wasn't open. It was still sealed. And when I took it in, it was a little convenience store on the way to Hopwood.
Right.
Very, very rude. I was lucky I even got it sat up on the counter. And I told him, I said, this product, it was told that it was the one I was looking for. And I even said, well, it doesn't look like the regular packaging. And they said, oh, yes, it's from the company that I asked about. And so I brought it home, and like I said, 2 days later, I needed to use it. And I thought, this still isn't that product. I can tell it isn't. It's not the same. So there was a number on it. You know how they put information numbers, and I called. And it was not a product of this company. It was a separate company altogether. So I thought, I'm not open. I'm just on my way back to Hopwood. I'll just take it and drop it off. So that's when I went in, set it up on the counter, and there was another older gentleman, must have been for lottery tickets or something. He heard it. And the guy was working there. I don't think he was the owner. He come over, and I said, I had gotten this I said, in fact, Wednesday. And I said, I was told, and I gave him the story, and I said, it is not. I even called the number on it. And I said, I'd like to return it, and here's my slip. Man, he shoved that over to me, and he says, I don't have time for this. Nope, we can't take no food pay. He was so rude. And I said, he made me mad, too. I said, well, other people were here about. I said, I've never heard as long as you had the slip and stuff, you know.
Well.
And he said, well, don't waste my time, and I'm not going to waste yours. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
And I said,
well, then you know not to go back to that store again, don't you?
Exactly. And I said, well, I might call WMBS, and I said, it'll be known. I said, I won't give no names, but I will call and see maybe if somebody else has ever had this at any store. And he said, well, see how far you're going to get with WMBS.
All righty. Okay.
But I was just wondering if it's not necessarily that little convenience store, but if anybody's ever run into it. But he was really, really rude.
Wow.
Yeah.
All righty. Well,
okay,
hopefully it helps. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
724-438-4593. Both lines are open. So give me a buzz. What else you want to chat about? We've still got a bunch of time left. So we've got about, really 10 more minutes here of open conversation. We'll have a break in between there, kind of split it up a little bit. But open conversation, 724-438-4593. 76 degrees. Looks like some clouds have moved into the area a little bit, so not quite as sunny as it was when the show started. So, but still a nice day. Get on outside and enjoy the air.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yes, this is a Pawpaw.
Hey, Pawpaw, how you doing?
Oh, all right. I have a conundrum, and actually it's not my conundrum, it's a relative's. There is in Outcrop a stocked trout stream. They stock this thing. So people are supposed to go there and fish and catch a fish, which is a good thing, and I guess it's maintained by Fish Commission. Well, last year, during a storm, a giant tree fell across the trout stream. And as debris built up, it created this big pool, and now the stream, unless there's a lot of water, barely gets through to the other side. So therefore, you got a 10 to 12 foot deep area, private property on both sides, where when they stock the trout, that's where they're going to be. Well, fortunately for me, I am a relative of one person's posted property that has the 12 foot deep hole in the pond. The problem is when it gets a lot of rain, that thing floods across his yard, into his house, into his basement. And insurance has already compensated him once for it. Well, who knows if insurance will keep compensating him because this flood water.
Yeah.
We have called just about everybody we can think of. How can we get this unblocked? The tree is on two sides of private property, including blocking the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And the owner of the property that I'm kind of sort of related to, he is, for lack of a better word, capital Lazy. He thinks that my 85-year-old in-laws should go over there with chainsaws and cut off the tree on his side of the creek, and the neighbor on the other side who owns the other side could care less, so he don't care that the tree which was on his side that fell across the creek. We feel it should be the responsibility of Fish Commission, state, somebody higher up to clear this creek because it is a stocked trout stream. But nobody wants to seem to remove the tree. And one person I talked to last night who has connections higher up said basically you can cut your tree on your side, neighbor can cut the tree on his side, but they can't do anything with what's on the stream except hope that the water flow pushes this tree out of the way. Well, this is quite a huge tree.
Mm-hmm.
That water is not going to push that tree anywhere, regardless of how much we do to cut the branches on either side. So maybe, although it's kind of late.
Have you called the Fish Commission and asked them?
My husband's parents have called everybody. First they called the county commissioners.
Okay.
County commissioners brushed it off, said call this person, that person, whoever. My in-laws have called Fish Commission, Game Commission, DCNR, various muckety-mucks, and Charity Grimm Croup actually came out and looked at it, and she was hoping she would be able to do something about it. And if I'm not correct, I think it might be what they call a biosphere, which means you can't do anything yourself to change what nature has done.
Yeah.
And basically the person I talked to last night confirmed that. So I told my in-laws, I said, if you want, you can go cut the tree on his side. And him being the energetic person that he is, will sit in his kitchen and watch out the window.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, I guess the good thing that's come out of this is instead of going to Dunlap Lake on the first day of fish season, I'm going to be in my in-laws' backyard.
All right. All right. Hey, Papa Lady, I got to run here, but thank you, and I hope if anybody's got some suggestions, they'll call in, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Thanks.
Don't have much time, but yeah, hopefully.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Hey, to the caller on line 2, bear with me. I'm going to take a quick little break, but I promise you, you will be up right after this.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
You may have noticed a new internet company knocking at your door with claims like, "I'm not here to sell you anything," or "I wouldn't lie to you." The truth is, Armstrong has played an important role in your community for decades, and we're not going anywhere. That new internet provider will probably change their name, get bought out by another company, or fold completely. Armstrong, the internet you count on, the people you trust. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com today, or anytime in the future.
Now, you don't have to travel too far for medical marijuana products. Go to Local Leaf in Scottdale for a wide variety of locally grown and locally sourced products, plus your questions answered on medical marijuana, qualifying medical conditions, or how to register for your medical card. Local Leaf by PHG off Route 119 in Scottdale, 412-417-4964. Online at localleafpa.com. Local Leaf, your medical marijuana dispensary with locally grown and locally sourced products in Scottdale.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
Spring flowers are right around the corner, and so is prom season at Patty's Bridal. We have a prom sale you won't want to miss. All prom dresses are 50% off. That's right, not 10 or 20%, 50%. Every single prom dress at Patty's, located at the Uniontown Mall, is marked down now. Don't wait, as they will go fast. Find the dress that will make your prom night magical at Patty's Bridal, open daily from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. or call at 724-439-1168.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation. We've got about 4 minutes left in today's show, so let's get back to the calls.
Hello, and thanks for holding. Welcome to the show.
You're quite welcome, Russ. Good afternoon. This is Bill. How you doing, sir?
Good, Bill. Yourself?
I'm getting better. Good.
Trying
to recover from my surgery I had a few months ago, and it's just eating me alive right now. I just won't let me do what I want to do.
I hear
anyway, you talk about Mount Airy in North Carolina.
Yeah.
That town has like 550 people in it, I believe, and it's one that actually inspired them to make the movie. The program of Mayberry RFD and probably Andy Griffith.
Yeah, it said it was the inspiration for it. Yes.
Yeah, and most of that was done in Hollywood. And a lot of some of the buildings that were used in there were also used in other movies, of course. So obviously it's a lot easier to do it there. But another thing, you were talking about towns too. How about the movie Jaws? You remember that movie back in the guess 70s?
Yes.
Wasn't there a town called Amityville or something like that?
There was Amityville Horror. And it was about a possessed house, basically. I think Craig T. Nelson was in the movie. But then I think Jaws, yeah, you're right. I think it was Amity. I forget, was it Massachusetts that it was supposed to take place in? Amity? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was wondering too, because I actually took a tour when I was out in Los Angeles of the studios where they made that, and all it is a big lake, and the Jaws shark is actually a mechanical thing, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's huge. It's huge. I mean, I have pictures of it, and it would take you, and you'd think it was real. And one other
just says
quick thing.
a New England resort on the town of Amity Island. So
Amity, not the Bill part. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Island. Okay.
Yeah.
And you talk about real quick here, Google. Who in the world took all that time to put all that stuff on Google?
Well, somebody wrote a program that was able to do it. So a computer did it. But okay, Bill. Yep.
Okay, you have a good day, Russ. Nice talking to you. Bye now.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, this is for the stream lady.
Yeah.
If that's a state-stocked stream, PennDOT has a water engineer that would come out and look at the problem.
Okay.
That all she has to do is contact PennDOT and ask for the water engineer.
Okay. Is this something you've had dealings with in the past that you know this, sir?
No, I have a nephew who's a water engineer, but it's not in Fayette County.
Oh, okay. All righty.
Okay.
All right. So a little bit of knowledge
right.
there. All right.
Yeah,
Super.
good luck.
All right. Well, hopefully Pawpaw Lady is still listening there. So call PennDOT and ask to get hold of a water engineer.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
All right, brother.
Sounds good.
Right.
Thanks for your call.
Right.
Appreciate it.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You know, that's what's great about the listeners of WMBS. You know, when one of you has a problem, there's another listener that's got, well, hopefully a solution and is willing to share that solution and call in. So that's very much appreciated. And Pawpaw Lady, I hope that works out for you. Let us know what you find out, would you please? So appreciate it. Hey, we're pretty much done with today's show. Some great calls. Thank you very much. It's always appreciated. I'll be back here again tomorrow. We're going to do this again, some more open conversation. So I'm looking forward to talking to you already. So don't forget tomorrow's phone number. It's the same as today's phone number, 724-438-4593. That's the the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. CBS is next. This is WMBS Uniontown. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by JTV.com.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Gas prices are surging in the U.S., with drivers paying about 20% more per gallon than before the start of the war with Iran. This driver in Raleigh, North Carolina, has noticed.
I saw it jump last week. I think where I usually go, it had jumped something like 25 cents a gallon. I was kind of stunned.
AAA says the national average for a gallon of regular unleaded gas today is $3.54. Just yesterday, it was $3.48. And last week, it was $3.11. World leaders look to oil reserves, but so far are holding off on tapping them. U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright's post saying the U.S. Navy escorted a tanker in the Strait of Hormuz was quickly deleted from social media. White House President